She's gonna do instruction. She's just streaming so our out-of-state people. Yeah.
All right. Hello. What is going on? So thank you, ladies, for joining us today. Right? Listen, this is how it starts, right? It's 2 turns into 4, 4 turns into 8, 8 turns into 16, and that is how we do. So thank you for joining us on TikTok. What's going on? Thank you for joining us on Facebook. This is going to be an interactive training, as well as we're going to do the work with the idea that everybody here wants a home-based business, right? Raise your hand if you want a home-based business so that you can have freedom without being tied to Facebook, to TikTok, to Instagram all day long. Because some of you moms are telling your kids not to be on the tablets while we're on our tablets. Let's face it. That's what we're doing. We're trying to build a business. We're not doing it the right way. We're going to build local. We're going to go global. So just a little about myself. If we haven't met before, my name is Jennifer Abbs. I have been building home-based businesses for the last 8 years.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Shar. Using social media to build the like, know, and trust, to build friendships, and to build locally before going globally. Now, yes, I am global. I do not have an international $1 million organization, but you're about to watch me create it right here, taking some of you with me on the journey. So thank you guys for being here today. It is an honor. It is an honor and a pleasure to serve you, because looking back, you ever feel like God set you up for this moment, even though you're like, man, the last month, the last 2 months, the last 5 months have been hard. And then you're like, oh, okay, God, I had to go through it to help the other people. So it's been hard. It's hard to build a home-based business and be married and have kids and do all the things.
Really?
It is. It's hard. And
Sure?
it's harder to get over your fear at your kitchen table by yourself. So we build local and we go global. So I did make 6 figures. I'm a documented 6-figure earner. I did it in my first year. My training comes from, I'm a retail store manager, 25 years. I'm going to put this over here because I feel weird looking back and forth. All right. So you guys can just get to know me. So I didn't go to college. I did go to college for 1 year, but I've always wanted money in the bank. Not that I didn't appreciate the information and education, but I want to know the indication or the education that I can implement immediately to get a paycheck. And I was learning all kinds of shit. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. And so after 1 year, I was like, well, this is stupid. I don't even know. I'm still not grown up. I still don't know what I want to be. And that's part of our thing today. Like, even if you pick a home-based business as a vehicle, that doesn't mean this is forever. It doesn't mean you're going to be with your company for the rest of your life. It's a vehicle to get to the next destination, and that could be different for everybody. So I did start out in management. I was very fortunate to walk into an assistant manager position at a very young age. I'm just bossy, and I've got no problem telling people what to do. So now it's called leadership skills, right? But other people are just like, you're bossy. And so I started as an assistant manager in retail, very, very young. And then I experienced what's called golden handcuffs. And golden handcuffs are when you have insurance and you get a raise, and it's the illusion that you have security. But we all saw through the pandemic that that's actually not true, because small businesses went out of business, big businesses went out of business. People lost their paychecks. People are losing paychecks now. They're losing their homes. They're going through foreclosure. We're going to see 2008 again. And some of you are experiencing it now. Is that better?
Yes.
Some of you are experiencing that now.
Yes.
And it's up to us to help you realize that it's coming for some people, not for everybody, right? We all have a different economy, but you can build a home-based business around your kids in the pockets of your day, learning how to manage your time and do it effectively. And I'm just going to share how I did it. And so we're going to talk about a few things today. So that's who I am. My very first affiliate marketing was in 2016. It was right after I had spent $30,000 twice, because I'm not very good at learning lessons the first time, if anybody fills me on that. Went to a seminar, dropped $30,000 to become a real estate investor, gained enough information for me to be a danger to myself and my family. And I say that because after 6 months, I lost 6 figures because I didn't have community. I didn't have support. I didn't have training. I didn't have mentorship. And what I had was a binder and a 1-800 number. Come on in, doll. Welcome. We're just streaming, but you are good. Okay. Take a spot first thing we're gonna do is write notes. So for those of you who are joining us, the first thing that we're gonna do is take notes, and then I'm gonna teach you guys how to put the notes into a business. So where was I? So my first business was a $20,000 affiliate marketing program. And I built local before going global. And a lot of network marketers are trying to build online without the belief that the business actually works because they're not being paid. And sometimes they're spending a lot of money on products. And so their spouse is like, hey, why am I always paying for this? Why am I always paying for that? What's going on here? What's going on there? And don't really understand that in order to be a business owner, you have to treat your home-based business like a home-based business. Which for some of us, that does mean carrying inventory. Like, I'm proud to carry inventory because I hand it out everywhere I go. But if you don't know what you're doing, then you shouldn't I'm not telling you what to do because you millennials have it figured out. You guys are going straight to online, right? Some of you are not even going to school in person. And that's totally fine. But I am not a millennial. I'm 42 years old, and I do not want my daughters to be going straight into technology. I want them to value people. I want them to value relationships. I want to build a team where my daughters are watching what's happening and they're not on the tablet because I'm on the tablet, because that's a real thing, right? And so, so that's kind of who I am. I did 6 figures in my first year, building all on Facebook. You got to go where the people are. And if you have a job, then maybe you can't go where the people are. Or if you're like me and you don't like I don't like networking events, because I'm not going to go spend my time meeting a bunch of strangers who are trying to pitch me their shit. That's not my ideal avatar. That's not my client. That's not who I want to talk to. So I'm not going to spend time outside of my family and my friends to go to an event to try to get someone into my business. It's just not something that personally I'm interested in doing. So I started everything using Facebook. And I want to encourage you guys, for those of us who value community, a lot of people are successful doing it online because they are creating a system or because they have the money to buy ads. And that is a real thing. But some of us, most people in my experience, most moms or professional women who are just getting started, they're not ready to build for ads, because if you don't know who you're targeting, there's no reason you should be putting money into an ad system. Like, you should not be doing that. You have to know who you're working with. And so we're going to talk about that today. So social media versus network marketing events. It's up to you. Some of you want to go to network marketing events. And I'm not saying that I don't go to events to meet people and to create community. What I'm saying is, in my first year, but I had 2 kids under 2 years old, and I was spending a lot of time out of the house trying to build relationships with people who were never going to be interested in real estate investing, which was what I was doing. So I'm spending time away from my children. I'm not even talking to people who are interested in what I'm doing. It didn't really make sense as a business owner. So one of the things that I walked away from at the last event is tell, show, watch, go.
Tell, show, watch, go, baby.
So tell, show, watch, go, with the idea of, I'm only here to share some information that's worked for me to build a 6-figure business. I'm telling you what worked. Some of you are going to stay on and you're going to want me to show you what worked. If you're watching on TikTok, click the link, get into my group. I show you for free. There's no obligation. But some of you are like, well, Jen, or I could take responsibility that for the last 6 months, I haven't watched my team because I had to show my team how to do it first. So I had to get to platinum before I could turn around and say, let me show you how to get to platinum. I had to get to a rank. I had to get to a financial freedom level for me to say, now let me show you, because otherwise doesn't matter what I did, right? Yesterday's bats don't win tomorrow's ball games. Yeah. Like, yeah, I did 6 figures in another company. It means nothing here, right? I have to show my team, yes. You want a 6-figure business. Yes. I will show you when I do it, because otherwise, who am I? I'm just a hypocrite, right? So platinum is first. So where I'm at, no income claims, I'm personally over $4,000 a month, no income claims. That's my business. That's what I do. It's more than that, but that's what I'm allowed to tell you. Without getting into any trouble. And for some people, that's financial freedom. For me personally, that is a financial freedom number because of my lifestyle today. But I'm building my lifestyle up, so I need more money, right? If you feel me, put more money in the chat. Let's go.
Let's go.
So
money.
Today, I'm going to tell you guys a few things. I'm going to show you guys a few things. And then the last hour and a half, I'm going to watch you do it with the idea that you're going to walk away from with a home-based business. And it doesn't have to be my business. It could be whatever business you're in currently. If you're vetting businesses, which you should be, you shouldn't join your first opportunity the first time that someone shows you it. You should not be doing that if you are looking at a home-based business for life, because we don't try. We don't give it a try and let me give it a try. We're here to build a home-based business, so you need to make a decision as a home-based business owner. You wouldn't just go buy a McDonald's franchise because your brother told you to. If you want to be a franchise owner, McDonald's might not be the best fit. Maybe you want Baskin Robbins. Maybe you want another company. You need to do your homework and your research and understanding why your company, because you should be committing a minimum of 5 years. That's just my, again, diag nonsense. So, all right. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is when you do what we do, you build a team. Everybody knows they build a team.
Yes.
All right. Was Michael Jordan on a team?
Yes.
Was he number one?
Yep.
Was he number one? Why?
Because he put in practice and
And he
discipline,
led.
and he led the others.
Showed them how, raised their belief by being beginning.
So I want to talk about building a team and duplication, because there's this word duplication, which some people think, well, that means I need to be just like Jen and just like Shar and just like Muzaffar and just like Jesse. And no, you don't. Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan. And
Period.
he liked the skill that he had and he developed it, right? I love the skills. I have 25 years of customer service. I'm not a salesman and I'm not a closer. I know how to be with people because I have 25 years of customer service, which makes me good. But for someone who doesn't come from a customer service industry, they don't have that skill set. But they don't need it if they're working as a team. But they do need to sharpen their skill set and bring that to the team. So we have to recognize that while Michael Jordan built an incredible team, he also took the time to develop his own skills that he chose to, but he gave back to the team. He didn't go in and take, he didn't complain about his coach, AKA upline. He didn't complain about his company. He didn't complain about the products. He developed himself as a skill and he gave it back to his team. And if you're going to be in a home-based business, unless you're doing something that doesn't have people, which I would challenge you to show me that, because I don't give a shit what you're doing. You have customers. You have customers. And it shouldn't be about you selling them something. It should be about the result that they're getting. Always has to be about them. So when we talk about building a team, you want to join something or pick your opportunity, pick your business, knowing you're going to give them first, right? So we have to understand what skills do we already bring to the table? Where are we and what skills do we already bring to the table? Some of you guys are brilliant at creating graphics, which the team needs. Some of you are brilliant at product knowledge, like my girl Shar, which the team needs, because I'm never going to answer those questions and I'm never going to watch that stuff, ever, right? So I won't watch it later. I will not do it. It's not in my lane, right? But that doesn't mean I'm not going to help her build a business, because I get to leverage the skill that she already has. And vice versa. So what skill do you bring into your business today? And I don't want anyone saying none, because yes, you do, because you have a job. So there's a skill that's, I don't care if it's on the phone. I don't care if it's customer service. I don't care if you can type 100 words a minute. There's a skill that you have that you need to be able to bring into your team. So I want you guys to write down, we're just going to take 2 minutes because this is interactive and we're working. What skills do you know, like, I'm great at this? What skills do you bring to your team now? If you're watching this, I want you guys to just take 2 or 3 minutes. You should have a pen and paper. What skills do you have now? You have a skill that you bring to your team and your team needs you. When you have a team and you work with a team, not everyone wants to be Michael Jordan. Not everyone wants to be Scottie Pippen. Not everyone wants to be a 6-figure earner. Not everyone wants to be a 7-figure earner. I have people on my team that are cool with $2,000 a month in free travel. I have people on my team that just want to feel better. They really aren't even trying to make any money. We're just trying to get their health back. when you talk to your team, you need to be very good at being individual, right? If you're talking to them collectively, what do you want them to know about what they're going through and what they're doing? But also understanding that they need individual attention, they need individual recognition, they need individual guidance, they need individual love, right? Everyone has a job or has had a job. And how many of us like when our boss appreciates that we did a good job? And for some people, that good job could be drinking 2 shakes a day because they have poor health right now. And they need to know that we're giving them just as much attention as the person that's going for $5,000 a month, because that's their good job. That's their atta-girl, atta-boy. So we want to be really, really mindful that when we talk to the team, that we are talking to the individual and what they need to get out of the company and not what you're trying to get them, because not everyone wants a 6-figure business. All right, so when we talk about social media, there are a lot of ways that you can build a business leveraging social media. But if you're watching right now, then you're probably newer at leveraging social media. So here's a few things I want you to know. Don't try to be everywhere. Don't try to be everywhere. Pick one platform that you're excited about, that you know how to navigate, and stay there until you've hit your number where you're in the profit, right? Where you're like, okay, I have a business. Now I can leverage my money and hire a VA, or, you know, have someone on your team do some of the things that you don't have time doing, cropping videos and putting you on another platform, something like that. But for right now, and for those of you who are watching on TikTok, I very much use TikTok to build my business. I do bring them to another community because groups is where it's at for those of us who like to feel community. And there's only one platform that has that right now. It's Facebook. So when I first got started, I was a real estate investor. I was learning how to invest in real estate. I had done a flip. I had lost $150,000 publicly. I was humiliated. I was shamed. These are all things I did. Everybody supported me. I humiliated myself. I felt the shame. I went through all of that, right? But I had a mentor. I had a mentor that reached out to me and said, Jen, what if I could show you how to make $10,000 a month? What would that do for you and your family right now? And he didn't sell me on the first one. He didn't sell me on the first phone call. I didn't even see the presentation. I didn't even see our presentation. He sat me down and he spent time with me and said, what if I can show you how to get out of this debt? Because going to work was never going to work. Not for 150 grand that I lost like that, right? And so he sat with me, he took my husband to dinner. And so I want you guys to write this down when people say I can't afford it. If money weren't an option, are you open to continuing the conversation?
Say that again?
If money weren't an option, this is what you're going to say when someone says, I can't afford it, I don't have the money. Hey, listen, I don't have a credit card machine. Do you see me here? I'm not asking you for your credit card. If money were off the table, would you be open to continuing the conversation? Obviously, they've already seen a presentation or had a one-on-one. They have an idea of who you are, what your business is, and what you're doing. Because if you're talking money, then there's already some type of rapport there, right? So if money weren't an option, can we continue the conversation? So what he did was he took me and my husband to dinner, and what did he do? He asked us questions. He learned our pains, right? He knew didn't have 2 pennies to rub together, but he knew that my husband had the job and I had the time. So sometimes when we say things like burn the boat, that doesn't mean get crazy and drastic and burn the boat. I already had quit my career. But I will tell you, for me, borrowing $10,000 was burning a boat, because I borrowed it from a stranger on a promissory note secured to my home, which is what business owners do. They borrow from banks. I borrowed from someone who was a bank for me. I paid her 10% on her money. Show me a bank that's going to pay someone 10% on their money in 6 months. You won't find it. So you're not borrowing money. You're leveraging someone else who thinks like a business owner. They're already having a business. They already have money in their bank, and it's doing them shit. Okay? So don't worry about the money conversation. What you're going to say to them is, well, you're going to continue the conversation. right? And if money's not an option, then you're going to say, what if I help you find the money? What if I can help you find the money? What if we find it together? Again, if you're a home-based business owner and you're building a team long-term, so you know that you're working with that girl for 5 years, why wouldn't you help her find the money? You're not borrowing it for her. You're not giving it to her. You're helping her be resourceful. And you're also like, someone had to show me how to think like a business owner, because I went from being a store manager where someone told me what to do all day long. And so I had to learn how to be a business owner and to think like a business owner. There are people that have money in their bank account and it's doing nothing. It's not growing. They don't know anything about investing, right? The bank's not making them any money. They don't know how to leverage it. You can pull money out of your 401k. There's all kinds of things I've learned in the last 8 years that most people don't know, because they're the mom that wants to make $500 a month like I started. Then I learned all of this other stuff and became a business owner. So if we're inspiring another mom, another dad, another someone to be a business owner, it is our job to show them how to think like a business owner. And it goes back to tell, show, watch, go. What if I help you find the money? There are companies out there that will lend money on crappy credit scores. There's all kinds of ways to help people find the money, continue the conversation, and provide value for that person. So one of the reasons why, for me personally, right, I started out again as in real estate. And so when my mentor came to me and said, what if I could show you how to borrow the money? He knew of someone in our community that wasn't ready to lend on real estate, but she was ready to lend on $10,000. I was too scared to borrow 20. I was like, I don't want to pay someone back 20 grand, but our commission was 50%. So I had to pay her back my first commission. And I was like, well, I know I'll make money all day long. So I was comfortable with borrowing 10. I found a business owner. We both borrowed 10. And then I went to work. I had my first sale in my first 30 days. This is because I knew someone else's pain point. They had gone through the $30,000 seminar with me. Now, I spent $30,000 and borrowed 20. I happen to know that this person had the other 20, but I also knew you're not going to get what we thought we were going to get out of that seminar. You have to come and see something else. So I didn't have the, oh my God, he's never going to trust me and spend another 20 grand, because I knew the value of the community, because I lost 6 figures. So we all have a story today that we're afraid to share publicly, right? And we're going to get over that today, because there's a way to share it publicly without being Dear Diary on Facebook. And we don't want to do that, right? This isn't a victimhood. Most of my stories I share after the lesson has been learned. So it's not like, boo-hoo, poor me, I lost 6 figures, oh my God. It was like, you guys just watched that, right? Because I was documenting my journey, which is what we're going to talk about that today. And so people saw it. So there was no like, oh my God, poor me, boo, 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 I'm going to go back and get a job. I wasn't, what was that going to teach my kids, right? Oh, you can follow your dreams, but mommy can't. Mommy's got to go to work to pay the bills, but you can be everything. Yeah, you're going to teach your kid that she's a liar. You're a liar. It's a hypocrite. Can't do it that way. I say that with love. So why I chose to build on Facebook. I didn't like to be away from my kids who were 2 years old, under 2 years old. So what did I do? I'm a real estate investor. I already identified I'm a real estate investor. I did a flip, it gone bad, but I'm a real estate investor. So who am I going after? Future real estate investors. So I went to Facebook and I went to every single local, because we're building local, going global, every single Arizona real estate investor, Arizona fix and flip. Short term, this was before Airbnb, this was 8 years ago. So that wasn't, if it was a thing, I didn't know about it. I joined like 20 groups. And I spam the shit out of people. Spamming is a word, by the way. The only person that can give energy to the word spamming is you. I spammed. My mentor taught me one thing, and if you take nothing away from this training, one thing. If you put 100 people through the system, you're going to make 10 grand a month.
10 grand a month?
If you put 100 people through the system, and your company has already created the system, so stop reinventing that wheel. That's where most of you are just screwing shit up. Said with love. Put 100 people through the system. And when I would say, show me how, he was putting 100 people through the system. He didn't have time to show me how. There was no hand holding. There was no, I got you. There was, you know who created marketing training in that company? Me, because I was making 10 grand a month, teaching my team how to make 10 grand a month. It's like I was made for this. I didn't even know. All right, so I didn't want to be away from my kiddos. So Facebook communities, they're already identifying themselves by saying, I'm either a networker, or we'll use the term real estate investing. I'm a real estate investor, or I'm an up and becoming real estate investor. The people that don't understand that we spend money on our education, like it or not, you did it in school, you did it in college, right? If you wanted to learn how to do something, you spent your time and your money learning it. Jennifer just said that I went to school to be a flight attendant. If y'all didn't know, I was a flight attendant. I paid for school to be a flight attendant because college didn't make sense to me. It was a bunch of garbage information I didn't want. But the information to be a flight attendant, I'll pay for that all day long. The information to be a network marketer, I'll pay for that all day long. I paid $25,000 to be a public speaker. I'm not a public speaker. I just know how to talk about things I've done in my past. Right? So, where are your people at? Okay, so we're going to talk about that next. Social media basics. Pick one platform and build on just that platform. If you want to leverage two, because TikTok didn't exist in my day, I definitely would support short form video, whether it's TikTok or Reels. But again, if you're brand new, just do it on Facebook Reels.
Yes.
You should be leveraging, but if you don't have the time, you should not be leveraging yet. Get yourself to where you're either doing it full time or you've gotten more time out of it so that you can go to another platform. Don't start there. All right, we're going to go over social media basics after this, but I probably won't zoom that part because you guys can't see, and I need these guys to see. So let's talk about our audience. When I went through everything 8 years ago, I documented my journey. Hey, I just spent $30,000 at a weekend seminar to learn how to be a real estate investor. I shared that information. Hey, I just got out of a meeting. Hey, I just learned this. Hey, I just did that. I documented the entire journey all the way to 2 foreclosures publicly. Now, most people are afraid to document that stuff, but you're not documenting your journey for today. You're documenting your journey for tomorrow.
Yes. Oh, come on. That's good stuff.
So there are people that will sign up under me because I am who I said I am, and they can go back and type in Jennifer Pruitt 2016, Jennifer Seamus 2015, and they can see all of my stuff. Oh, she was in a Ponzi scheme, right?
Huh. How
Twice.
many people can say that?
Twice. I lost
Oh, girlfriend.
$3,000 2 years ago.
Damn.
Stupid crypto people. Said with love. So who is your audience? Who's your perfect avatar? Who do you want to work with? If you had a company, if you had a brick and mortar, hypothetically, right? Some of you guys have a job right now and you're like, I don't like the people I work with because you didn't get to choose who they were because you're not the boss. But you're the boss of your team.
Am I?
You should be.
Oh, all right now.
You should be the boss of your team, because if we're here for 5 years, do we want to build a team with people who say, I can't? I can't. No, we don't. That's not who's in this room. If you're building a team and you're committed to your company for 5 years, then that means you get to hire. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, your network marketers are employees in the beginning. You got to tell them what to do. They don't know. They just don't know. And that's where we're going to go back to the conversation about duplication. Because it's what you give back to your team. It's not that you need to be the greatest at all of it. You don't need to be the greatest at all of it. You will. After 10 years, you won't in the first 6 months. That doesn't mean you don't deserve a paycheck. So if you're the boss of your store and your team or leader, I say boss because some of you guys can relate to having a boss or being a boss. And you're like, yeah, Jen, I actually don't like half the people in my office. I know, because you didn't get to pick those people. The boss did. But now you're the boss, right? So for me personally, when people are like, Jen, I want to join your team, I'm like, not till we get on the phone. I don't know if I want you on my team. You might have to go to someone else's team because I'm not going to work with you if you're not A, B, C, D, and E. If I can't get you to 6 figures, I'm not going to sign you up onto my team. That's for you. That ain't for me. Does that make sense? So if we want to help everybody, but we can't.
Yeah.
I can't help a bunch of soft people. I'm not a soft person. I piss people off all the time.
Me
I
too.
can't work with someone that's going to cry a lot, right? And because I know that about myself, my business partner, Jason Elliott, we're Muzaffar and Jesse. It doesn't mean I won't hug you, but I'm going to hug you and say, you joined a business. So when are we going to build the business? I won't let you live in the excuses, and not everyone can handle that. So why would I sign someone up in my team if I know I'm going to break their heart in 6 months? Not that I'm going to break their heart, but they can't handle my communication, right? Like
handle the directness.
they can't handle the directness, right? And if you watched the Michael Jordan documentary,
Oh yeah, baby, come on.
he was the same way. And so there are people that don't like it, even though they can appreciate his work ethic, they can appreciate he's number one. They don't want to work on his team because he didn't motivate them. My job's not to motivate you. I shouldn't need to motivate
All
you.
the greats in history in every industry are direct.
100%. And you're going to piss people off, and it's naive to think you're not.
Yeah.
You can't be a boss without hurting other people. And I don't say hurting people like I know I'm hurting my team. Don't misunderstand me. Don't misunderstand me. I'm direct. And I just had this conversation on the morning huddle, and I was bawling my eyes out. And I said, I don't want to hurt you.
You're putting attention on their weaknesses.
But if you don't come and tell me I've hurt your feelings, I can't apologize. And I can't learn how to communicate better with you. And that's where business and also being an employee is a two-way street. If you're complaining about your boss, but you're not letting your boss know what you need, that's on you, boo. Nothing to do with your boss, right? I was a boss for 25 years, so I know my amazing employees, man, did they get everything that I could give them. I'd buy them lunch, I'd take them bowling, I would do everything I could that the company would allow me to do because I appreciated their hard work. And the employees that were calling in sick all day long, having excuses for why they couldn't do this and couldn't do that, they didn't get a whole lot of my time and attention because, and I get it, like not everyone wanted to be a store manager, but for me, I wanted to be the CEO of my companies, which means I'm working with people who are future CEOs. I'm not worried about the cashier that's pissed off because they don't want to go to work. I can't help them. So we have to be able to help people. So I know who I can help. So I'm going after people who I can help. I got some fires, so y'all are feeling me. Thank you guys. If you click on that link, those of you that are on the team, if you click on that link in the very, very top, you can type your name and then I know who I'm talking to. Otherwise, thank you for being here live because I really, really appreciate that y'all are here. So when it comes to your posts on Facebook, first of all, said with love, get over yourself. What I mean by that is there isn't a person in the world that's riding a unicorn 24/7. There isn't.
That's awesome.
There isn't. I'm sorry. I'm
Don't be sorry. That's excellent.
We are all, no, I'm saying like, I'm sorry. Like there are people who are like, Jen, like, oh my God, your life and how much money. And I'm like, listen, you think I don't have shit in my trunk? Come on. Like, you just don't see it, but you will when I learn the lesson, and I'm interested in sharing it with you, right?
Yeah.
I've gone through bankruptcy. It was posted on Facebook, right? My kids' father is in heaven, posted on Facebook, right? Like some shit that I've gone through is on Facebook in a tactful way to help someone else, not because poor me, Ponzi scheme didn't go down like that. I got to take responsibility that I didn't ask my mentor questions and I knew shit was going south. You don't have a flip with contractors and no one showing up in the house. That's a red flag. But I was too afraid because I didn't have the confidence to ask him what is happening, right? So you have to have the confidence to ask for help to ask for guidance and to share tactfully you on social. People aren't joining your company, they're joining you. Millionaires live paycheck to paycheck, my friends. They've raised their lifestyle. They're just smart enough to have several banks, and the banks have money working for them, but they're still living check to check. Some of you guys think like millionaires have millions of dollars in the bank. They'd be stupid if they did.
No,
they don't. They don't.
No.
It's in apartment complexes. It's in crypto. It's in the right.
Tangible assets.
Tangible assets. They're probably like Warren Buffett paying themselves $100,000 a year, and the rest is in the business protected by a trust. That's a bigger conversation. I want you guys to know millionaires live check to check. No one's looking at $1 million. They might be looking at $1 million in an investment account, but it ain't chilling in their bank, paying for fucking bullshit fees. Oh, sorry.
They're their own bank.
In the bank. I like mattress money, dude. I understand why our grandfathers had mattress money. I get it now. It's a real thing.
Yep, but I have some.
Totally. So when we talk about our perfect avatar and who we are attracting, if you had a team of 20 people and you knew that they were watching you on social media, what would you be saying to them?
Say that again, please.
If you had a team, let's pretend like you have a team of 20 and you know that they follow all of your posts on social media. And if you're making leveraged income off of all 20 people, who should you be talking to? Those 20 people or new people? Biggest mistake people make.
No.
Right. Because
It's
how
the
you
leverage-
treat
the leverage that comes.
how you treat your team publicly is going to inspire a new lead. How you treat your team publicly is how you inspire your new lead. Some of you guys are like, Jen, I need some content ideas. I'm like, really? We just had like 5 promotions in the last, I don't know, now it's been a week. I saw them on my wall. I don't know that I saw them on anybody else's. Are we celebrating each other's success? Or are we saying, well, I didn't get a rank. Are you giving to your team? Are you appreciating your team? Well, Jen, I hear this a lot. Well, Jen, no one's commenting on my stuff except for the team. So what I hear you saying is you don't appreciate that your team is supporting your posts? Ew. Little truth bomb there, right? Maybe your team is not your lead now, but I can guarantee you people are watching how you are interacting on those comments. I do. I'm always looking at what people are saying in the comments.
Yes.
That is who I
Yes.
know who I want to work with when I'm headhunting, because I headhunt on social media. We're going to talk about content. So how do I attract raving fans on social media, Jen? No one likes my stuff. Number 1, who are you a raving fan for?
My team first.
Yep, and who else? Are you a Tony Robbins fan? Are you a Abraham Hicks, Wayne Dyer, freaking your mentor, a TV show? I'm like, who are you inspired by? I'm a Gary Vee fan. Guess who shows up on my reels every single day? Gary Vee.
Baby.
I copy and paste his shit 24/7. I'm giving him nothing but love. Me and Uncle V, like, I'm a Gary Vee fan. He leads with his heart. He cusses. He's by far the #1 marketer in the world. Why wouldn't I follow Gary Vee? And you know what else? My future team, they all like Gary Vee. So I'm going to find them in a Gary Vee comment. So when you comment on other people, you can, I'll wait for that because that's not an income producing activity. Content. What is content, Jen? First of all, don't ever buy someone else's content calendars, content. 365 content posts just for you. Your energy and your heart is not in that shit that someone just sold you to build a business. That's not content. Content should be from your heart about something you care about. We shouldn't have to pay for content. Now, if we are leaders and business owners, as we all are, and we had an organization of 100 people, 100 employees, if you're watching this and you want a franchise, right? The more employees, the better, right? Or the more franchises, the better. That's what we do, right? We're franchise owners building other franchise owners. So our content, AKA our Facebook posts, should be talking to franchise owners, the future ones. The future ones. And you're teaching them
That's good. That's
something.
Good, y'all.
So if you're like, I don't know what to post today, I'm just going to take a quote. Okay. But I'm going to challenge you to take it one step further and take the quote and share why that quote resonates with you. What did you get out of that quote? Why do you like Jim Rohn's, whatever? Why do you like Tony Robbins? Why are you following Gary Vee? What did you learn from that 15-second or 15-minute personal development YouTube that you watched this morning, which you all should be doing personal development for 30 minutes every single day.
Yep.
Your income can only grow to the level of your personal growth. Some people don't need an upline. They just need to be appreciated. I don't need anyone to tell me what to do to build my business. But I appreciate that I have leaders that are making more money than me that are shining down on me saying, Jen, I'm here for you. What do you need? I just don't need them right now. But I will in the future. I will in the future when I'm at 7 figures, like, shit, how do I spend this money?
Take
Right?
Shar on an all-inclusive and have fun. Girls trip.
100% there will be a girls trip, but first I got to grow that money.
Me too, right? With you.
I mean, if the owner of your company has $400 billion in real estate assets, you should probably ask him a question or two about what he's doing with his money, right?
You'd be wise.
Would be very wise, but people don't have conversations about money. My grandpa taught me a very important lesson, little sidebar. If you can't afford to pay cash, you can't afford it. I halfway disagree because there's this thing called leveraged income in credit cards, and you should be using other people's debt. But when you leverage credit cards, you have to have a plan of why you're using it and how you're paying it back. Bigger conversation for later. So how do we attract raving fans? Well, Jen, I don't want to post a selfie. Okay, post something else.
Why?
That's my first question. Selfies with a smile and excitement? People want to join people who are happy. Most network marketers aren't making any money online because you can read between the lines that they're broke. Because they're selling online. They're not sharing. They're not sharing their lifestyle of why they got into the business in the first place. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not sacrifice. There has to be sacrifice, right? I'm at a meeting, so I'm away from my family. Actually, my little secret agent's right there because she's my little double agent, right? But I'm away from my other daughter, my son, and my husband to pour into my community. There has to be sacrifice for the bigger gain. And for me, that is retiring my husband. That's my first selfish goal. So when it comes to content, what are you sharing publicly with people who are looking for a home-based business? If it's hard, don't tell them it's easy. It is hard. I'm 8 years into this shit. I should be a millionaire. I could kick myself. I could be mad. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have spent more time. I should have, coulda, woulda. 8 years into a company is never going to fucking retire me. So why would I shoulda, coulda, woulda? I'm totally down with spending 2 more years here to make $1 million. I will. You're going to watch it. There wasn't TikTok that existed back in my Renatus days, right? I know people that have created $1 million in 2 years without TikTok, without short form video. So if I
Absolutely.
watched them do it, why would I even think for a minute that I can't? It's the 4-minute mile. You did it in 4 minutes. I don't need to do it. I don't need to do it quicker than you. I'm totally cool if it takes me 4. I'm okay if it takes me 5, right?
It is possible.
It is possible. They just showed me it's
Yes.
possible. I just showed my entire team that they could hit platinum in 6 months. And let me tell you, I am not working full time. Shh, don't tell people. I'm not working as hard as I can. I'm not putting in as much as I can. I am now. My belief comes quicker, right? But I'm also not a network marketer. I'm learning this skill set. I only know how to sell on Facebook. It's a good skill. But if you're going to build a team and leverage income, you have to continue to develop yourself. And that's why I continue to attend trainings and surround myself with people who have way bigger teams than I do, because that is what I'm learning. But I will tell you, I'm transparent with my team. They know when I make a mistake. I apologize when I make a mistake. I'm like, listen, I'm not a Muzaffar and a Jesse. This is a skill I have, right? I don't front. There's people that suffer. I am not the best network marketer. But I'm following the number one, Jessie Lee Ward. Boss Lee!
Boss Lee is right. Love me some Boss Lee.
Why wouldn't I follow her? She's number 1.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So content and value. What value are we bringing to the marketplace? All of your posts should do one of 3 things. The 3 E's: empower, entertain, and educate.
Say that again, please.
All of your posts should do one of 3 things: empower, entertain, and educate. They don't have to do all 3, just one at least. Are you making your audience laugh?
Every Friday, baby.
And by the way, this isn't like an illusion, like, well, Jen, I'm not funny. Me neither, but I can Google jokes on Facebook and tell a joke. Like, it's not, we live in the greatest time of copy, paste, profit. Google it, copy the joke, and put it on Facebook. Let's not overthink this. You can Google 25 content ideas and you don't have to pay for somebody else's.
Keep it simple. I think we heard that last week.
Keep it simple, silly. Someone's already done it. Copy what they've done. I tell my team all the time, the biggest form of flattery. Copy and paste my shit. If you're going to share it, because you can make a video, you all could make a 6-figure business just sharing my videos with your link. Just FYI, okay? That's what my team is doing right now. You don't have to reinvent anything because people have already done it in front of you. You're staying broke because you're trying to reinvent it. Now, I'm not saying there's not better ways of doing things, right? We don't have to do all of these physical presentations because now we have TikTok and short form video that we can introduce the business to. But that doesn't mean that we need to continue to do things in an old way if we found a simpler way. But you shouldn't be looking for a simpler way broke. You should be doing it and getting a paycheck. And then you take your money and then you learn how to make it easier. Does that make sense? Don't try and reinvent a wheel. That's going to keep you broke, right? I love Jesse Mack. You know what works? Working. Do you know what doesn't work? Thinking. And none of you need to think about anything because there's enough people, not only on our team, but I'll tell you, when I decided to be a professional, I did 2 things. Number 1, I went to GoPro on YouTube, Eric Worre, and I watched about 5 interviews back to back. Took me about 5 hours, and I did it for 4 nights in a row.
Yep.
And then I went to ANMP with Austin, the Association of Network Marketing Professionals.
Yeah.
Best decision I ever made.
That's great too.
Best decision. Do you know who I met walking off of that stage? Because my man Austin was like, "Hey, Jesse, come here." And Jessie Lee Ward walked right over to us. "What's up, Austin?" Gave him a hug.
Hey, Jessie Lee. I love her.
And he was like, "Meet our industry leader." And I was like, "Oh my God, Austin, I'm not an industry leader. Don't stop saying that to everybody." Because he saw me as an industry leader and I was like, I'm not doing that great. I'm not doing that great. Right? Even though I hit a rank in 4 days that most people don't hit, I was talking shit to myself. I got to spend some time with Ray Higdon. If you don't know him, he's a phenomenal human being. I got probably $100,000 of coaching because I sat there and said, if you were me, what would you do? And you know what he does? He cold markets, and so do I. Cold prospects. So content and value come from you sharing your heart and what you want your future business owners to learn or hear from you. Even if it's one person, they trusted you enough. So are we spending time with our one person, our two people, our three people, or are we looking for more? You should always be looking for more, but your team's got to have your attention. They need to practice. They need to be in the field. And we don't practice alone at our kitchen table, because how do you know what your coach is doing if you can't play basketball at a kitchen table? You can't build network marketing all alone. Trust me, I'd be a millionaire if you could. I'd love to meet the person who thinks they did. They're probably the same person that says, I'm a self-made millionaire. Bullshit, you read a book. Someone helped you. Stop saying that. I always got to give gratitude to who you're learning from, my friends. Always have to give gratitude to who you learn from. There's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. That's like the most egotistical thing someone could ever say. I did it myself. I didn't hit any of my ranks by myself. If I didn't have a team, I wouldn't have done shit. Got to give appreciation to people. We're in a people business. We're in a people business. Love on your people. Okay, so now we're going to start working. So, what is your short-term selfish goal? I'll give you a few of mine as an example. My first I got a few of them. And short-term meaning in the next 6 months. My husband can quit his job. He technically could do that today, but we're leveraging his W-2 and insurance. Financially, he could quit his job today with what we have. My kids are not going to go in the public school system next year. It's their last year in school. Yes, it is. My kids get to decide if they want to go to school or not. But they're going to want to go to Hawaii, so they're probably not going to go to school. Now, let me say that to say this. The educational system is a phenomenal system. It's also extremely broken.
Yep.
And there are a lot of parents that say, well, I want my kids to be in the school system so they learn social skills, while they watch you spend 5 hours a night watching television, when they should be learning social skills from you, because you are the one with the character and the integrity. So who do you want your kids to learn from? You or people you have no idea what they're telling them? I watched my daughters attend online training, and all the teacher did was say the word anxiety. Anxiety is a word, my friends. And my 6-year-old doesn't need to know that she should have anxiety. She is nervous on the first day of school. That's fucking normal. You don't teach my kid that she has anxiety. That's just my 2 cents. But I get to control that because I'm pulling her out of school so that I can teach her that it's totally okay to be nervous. And this is how you overcome it, right? You get to decide that when you work for yourself. If my daughter wants to stay in school, she can stay in school. That's her decision. But I prefer her to learn. I didn't have kids. I want to raise my kids. And I get to do that because this business has provided that. I've been home the whole time. I leveraged the school system because I didn't want to teach them reading, writing, and math. I'm not a teacher. But now that they know reading and writing and math, I get to teach them outside of the USA borders, other cultures. And that is my selfish goal. It's just mine. You don't have to agree or like it. It's mine. Right? My husband is retired and we're flipping our home right now. And I would really like a new car. I just paid my truck off, so I don't want a car payment, but I want a new car. So I go back and forth, right? So those are my selfish goals. It's not a rank. It's not any of that. It's the money to give me X, Y, and Z. Write this down. If you don't have a plan for your money, you can't make it. If your plan is to save money to see it in the bank account, why is that? It's not going to grow or do anything there. Money is a tool like a screwdriver. It needs to be used. It needs to be utilized. If I'm flipping my home and I'm paying a contractor, I'm paying for a service. That's a good thing. I'm employing somebody. right? That is how we build wealth, by serving our community, and we can do that financially. Your money needs a plan. If you're like, I want to make $10,000 a month, cool. Why? What would you do with it? Anytime someone joins my team, I'm like, where would you want to be and what would you do with it? The goal has to be selfish, right? Most people want, you know, a lot of money. Not everyone wants to be a millionaire, but people want options and want choices. And we live in a world where that costs money, but your money needs a plan. That way we can future cast it and we can build it. So selfishly, you need to know what your goals are and how much that would cost, right? I know how much income I need to make before I can tell my husband, all right, I got your income and I got my income, so we're square here. So how much money do you need to see or do you want before you feel comfortable with leaving your career? He's been there for 16 years, right? He gets to do that because we're making that decision. How much money would it cost me to flip my house? Less than 10 grand. It's a rental. Just want some upgrades. So it's less than 10 grand. I know how much that's going to cost me. So you have to have a selfish goal and work towards your goal. But you don't communicate your selfish goals to your team. Don't be the upline that's, I want to get, like, it's okay to say I want diamond, right? My team knows Jen's going after diamond. But don't get on the phone with your team and remind them that you want diamond. Don't do that. Well, why wouldn't I, Jen? That's inspiring. Because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Most of the time when I call my team, I don't ask them about business, but they bring it up. Kathleen, I want to retire comfortably. Comfortably is a word. It needs specifics. And here's what I want you to do, Kathleen. Since you're doing this exercise, right, I want to retire comfortably. Well, today comfortably might be $3-4 grand a month, but you're young. All right. I don't know if I clicked right back into the same stream. Hopefully I did. But Kathleen, are you traveling? And if you're traveling, where are you going and how much does that cost? Are you staying in hotels? Are you Airbnb? If you're traveling, are you international? Are you going to Hawaii? We need to have an idea of what that is so that we can map it out. Right? Most people don't have success in their business because they're trying to get from California to New York with no roadmap and they're in Texas, bro. What? We gotta have a roadmap. We gotta have a blueprint. So that's selfish. Now we all know in order to get what I want, I have to help my team get what they want. That's why you don't make it about you and your goals. You make it about your team. Not everyone on my team is going to want 6 figures. Not everyone on my team is going to want diamond. There are people that just want the freedom to have an extra $2,000 a month and don't want to build a team. They can do that over here. You don't have to build a team. But you got to get customers. You got to provide good customer service. And you got to know how you're going to do that, which that's a different training, but I will teach you guys how to do that. All right. So if you are looking, let's pretend like you just got started today with your home-based business. Okay. Let all the other stuff go. You just got started today. What pain do you want your business to solve for you?
Say that again.
If you just got started today, what pain, what challenge will that business solve for you?
That's a great question.
For me, I didn't want a boss. I wanted a paycheck without a job. Anybody want a paycheck without a job? Hello. I don't see my husband very often. For 4 years, we didn't see each other at all. He went to work. He left at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And he got home at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we didn't see each other. We barely spent time together. He was sleeping on the weekends because of his schedule. But because of my job, from 11 to 1, I made myself available. So I made breakfast with him. We got to hang out together every day because I did not have a job. But if I would have had a job, probably wouldn't have even made it through 4 years. And now, thankfully, he is on days, so he gets home at 4:30. But we are also doing a little bit of sacrifice. He's 4:30 dad, so mom can go train her team so that he can quit his job and we can go travel and do this, virtually and Zoom. But also, I do have a nationwide team, so I am going to be traveling to Salt Lake City and to Nevada and to California because I want to. So what pain is your home-based business going to solve for you? And if it were 1 year, what did it solve? Right? We're living in the future. We're living in the future. If you started today and your goal was $5,000 a month, which is really, really common, it's a round number, so we're going to use $5,000 a month. What would that do for you, your family, your debt? Be specific. Okay, so I'm going to turn off TikTok because now we're going to get to work. But before I do, because I have some awesome ladies in the room, I'm going to do a live Q&A so that they can ask questions and you guys can hear them.
Oh, cool.
And then I'm going to show them how to use exactly what they wrote down today to build a six-figure business.
Come on.
Some of you will stick around, but I am going to turn you off, TikTokers, so you can jump into my DMs if you want some help, and you guys will see it. So, all right. Does anyone have any questions about anything? I don't even really care what it is. If it's not relevant, then we'll decide then, but you guys can ask me anything.
I'm just overwhelmed.
That's okay. We're going to break it all down.
Okay.
Yep.
There's too much going on in here and I can't grab.
We're going to put it all together.
Okay.
We're going to put it all together. So she brings up a great point. Jen, I'm in overwhelm. I don't even know what to do. This is what happens. You join an opportunity and your upline says, go do this, and go watch this, and go do this, and go do it. And tell, show, watch, go, right? So I'm telling you what to do. And depending on your upline or what you're doing in your business, no one showed you shit, right? I'm not talking to anyone in this room. I'm saying your people. You didn't show them anything. You definitely didn't watch them do anything because you didn't show them anything. And now you got your whole team saying, I don't know what to do. And so they're not doing anything. Got to tell them, got to show them, got to watch them, got to go together.
Yeah.
Don't be number one while your team's broke.
And show and watch on repeat until they can.
That's right. Until they don't need you. And so, and we'll talk about that when it comes to duplication. I'm not duplicatable. Not only have I been in this industry for 8 years, I've had customer service. I've been in service. I was a 12-year-old babysitter. That's serving kids in a family. I only know how to serve people. That is a skill I have. But that doesn't mean that someone that doesn't have that skill can't use me. My team's job is to keep me on the phone with their people. It's not for me to go get more. I don't need more. I can get everything I want out of this company and I would never have to recruit one more person. Ever. But I'm going to because I'm going to show my team you always have to build more teams if you want the leveraged income like I do. So overwhelm is a very real thing. When I spent $30,000, I was overwhelmed with information. And I met someone in a local community that did not have my best interest in mind. This is why you don't join your first company, your first opportunity, the first person you meet. Because how do you know if they have your best interest in mind? They could just want the commission.
Yeah. So if I don't have any real plan, like on social media, I know you're gonna get to the content. How long does it take for traction to happen using the things you briefly outlined?
Great question. So it's going to be like a vague answer. What you put into it's what you get out of it, right?
Well, sure.
You have a full-time job. you should be getting traction. If you're like me, okay, so there's going and headhunting and building a team, or there's hoping and praying someone's going to like something you say and maybe do something. If you're a business owner, you should be going and getting people. And we're going to talk about that. So, and I had my first lead because I said, hey, you need to come over here. And most of us don't do that because we haven't seen something. We haven't seen the result of the product. We haven't seen the paycheck. We haven't experienced this. And so we don't have the confidence to say, you need to come and see this. And so that is where we leverage. I have the confidence. I need you to say, I need you to come meet her. And we build it that way. It's not, so we do these types of trainings, right? In my previous life, it was real estate. It wasn't that person needed to resonate with the person. It was that they needed to walk into the vacant building and be like, oh my God, she is flipping a house. I'm in here. And then you have a breakdown. This is how much it costs. This is, hard money lending. This is the contractor. This is this. In a perfect world, you could have your hard money lender there because they're going to leverage it, their contractor there. And now what you're doing is you're painting a picture. And so that's where I want to get with you guys. And this is the vacant property. This is what you guys will invite people to. It's not the presentation. I can sell them into any business. But if I can show them how to walk, how to leave this 3-hour intensive Super Saturday and go build a business, won't matter what they join, they'll know what to do.
Yeah,
And that's what's missing. And that's what's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So the short answer is tomorrow. If you have a full-time job, then it might be a week. Here's the thing. From open to close of a sale, that is based on the relationship. And a lot of people think like, well, Jen, you're just recruiting like crazy. And I think that there's like this illusion, and I say that because I had it, right? Is like, well, gosh, she's just bringing, 1 or 2 people in a week. But I didn't meet them that week.
Right,
I built a
right.
pipeline. So 5 week out is popping today. 4 week out is popping today. Right. I had a gentleman that was in at the View that I didn't even get on the phone with him until he bought the Pro Pack. And he was like, now I have your attention. And I was like, well, you've always had it. But no, I don't get on the phone with people in Messenger on day one. I don't know that I want to help you. I value my time. So someone else can be like, well, Jen, you don't have time for me. You're right. I value my time. I don't know if I can help you. So I'm not going to get on the phone with you unless I know you're taking me seriously. He wanted to pay me just for my time to get me on the phone. And I was like, well, that's $50. Just be an agent. I'll train you. He bought a Pro Pack and he's like, now do I have your attention? I was like, yeah. And then he bought his ticket to Dallas. And then he bought the pack and drop shipped it to my house. And I'm doing events in his honor because he has money and not time. It's leverage.
And now we're working.
And now we're working together. So duplication, he doesn't have the time to duplicate me, but I have the time to make his business successful and he has the money to buy his own shit. So we're using each other. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you this is what Jennifer's doing. I believe in
In
it.
school, it's called cheating, and business is
The
called
mastermind collaboration. You're
Collaboration,
leveraging
mastermind,
each other.
cooperate,
Absolutely.
graduate, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, so any other questions before we put this all together?
And-
Where do I start? Okay, they're ready to get started. So if you guys have any questions, pop into my DMs. Otherwise, have a good day. All right, my friends, we're going to work. I wish I could.
Apologize for showing up late. I had to make sure somebody else was going to show up.
You're
The phone was
good.
already ringing. So-
You are good. You are good. I want to do some screen sharing. So the rest of you are on Facebook. So I'm going to see if I can figure this out. I'm going to sit down. We're going to put it together. I'm assuming everybody here wants to build on Facebook first, right? That would be my first
Yeah.
suggestion. So if I could, what I want to do is screen share, but I was trying to do this earlier and I couldn't share my screen. I don't have 2
Should we get
monitors.
on our computers if we have them? Or not?
Well, I'm still showing, but
Yeah,
you
I see
can.
you. I can see you on Facebook.
Can you see Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. It's time to get to work, my friends. So let's talk a little about social media basics. You just started, you're brand spanking new, right? You just started, you're brand new. You're like, what should my social media look like? So I would say, again, who do you target? I tend to target professionals that want to be home with their kids because that is a conversation and I understand the struggle. I understand the struggle of leaving your kids. Now listen, that doesn't mean I want to be with my kids 24/7. I'm a normal mom who needs mom time, but I have the money to afford whether they go to daycare, whether mom hires a babysitter so I can get a massage. Like, I just want to keep it real, right? No one's spending 24 hours with their families. We're all normal human beings, okay? I feel like that's the thing. I had to say it. Okay, so if we were to go to Facebook, then you want to have a backdrop, right? Now, your backdrop does not need to look like mine. If I were to click on, wonder if I could show you guys other ones, right? So I had this one. Are you ready to build a life you don't need a vacation from? And this is a pretend button. It's not real. It's a pretend button. But someone would click on it and they're going to see that I have text. Hi, if we're meeting the first time, I'm Jennifer. I've successfully built several businesses right here on Facebook, right? There's just a little bit of text there. And then it has my Facebook group. But wasn't always that way, right? Let me show you. This is my family. This is my extended family. My brothers are here. My uncles are here. My dad's in this picture, my nieces. This is my why. So it doesn't have to be around business, but it has to inspire your future team, your future business, your future people. Don't get sidetracked by people who ain't even on track, right? Just a little quote I liked that I made my background for a week. I help people create financial freedom using social media, even if they have zero experience. Join my private community, right? So they can be business specific. I'm trying to click through ones that aren't always business specific. Previous business, ignore that, right? My kids are right here. So your background can be whatever you want it to be. I know, little cutie pies, huh?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I should have been sharing that the whole time with you. Right? So it doesn't have to be business related. It can be your family. It can be a quote. That was a previous company. And I change mine all the time. This is where, like, let go of the idea you got to brand yourself. Get paid. Get paid and then get branded. You don't need to brand yourself. I haven't branded myself in 8 years. I like my paychecks, right? That's my extended family. So you want your background to be something, and you want it to make sure that on mobile it looks nice, right? I don't want to go to anyone's Facebook and call people out. I guess I can do it to strangers, but you want it to just
can go to mine.
be nice.
I don't care if you use mine. I know I've got something up I need to change. That happened yesterday. I get it.
Right here, intro, click the link to learn more. This is your bio. You're going to edit right here, edit bio. Now this is called Milkshake. Write that down and asterisk it. I can teach you guys how to use it at a later time. It's a mobile app website builder that is user-friendly and will give you a website in about 5 minutes. What takes the most time in building this is getting individual links to your business. The website itself, literally done in 5 minutes. It is okay to have a link in your intro. If someone's like, oh my God, who cares? They're not building the biggest business of their lives, so why would you care about their opinion? And this is clickable, and I'll just show you guys if you click on it. Helping others live the good life, right? Picture of my team. And then it's not scrolling up. But anyway, these are all, I need to edit the top one. These are all clickable links that go into my company. Oh, there we go. Right. So this is our 50% off product. These are groups because I invite people to groups. Someone can just click on magnetic mud mask and purchase it without ever getting on the phone with me. I had a video go viral and people just bought recovery. You want that to happen. So they need to be able to click and purchase without it being confusing, right? I have applied to work with Jen because you have to apply to work with me. You do not get to come onto my team. So this literally just takes a few, like I said, what takes long is getting all these links in there. All right, let's go back to Facebook. So it's okay, right? Mine says, click the link to learn more, laptop lifestyle mama.
All right, can you give us a second to actually do that?
Yeah, for sure. I'll totally give you a second to do that.
This is work time, y'all.
That's
Get your
right.
shit done
That's right.
While it's fresh in your brain.
And while they do that, I'm gonna create a TikTok.
There we go.
You have to learn this too. If you want to put it on TikTok.
Oh, this is cool.
What's that?
Just what we're doing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna watch one of these.
You can do it from your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, go to your profile on Facebook.
Yes, you can do it. If you need help, I'm right here.
Okay.
I don't need to make a TikTok.
What's your Wi-Fi code here?
Um,
I'm very social media.
ready?
Stupid.
Is it, which one do I
No, You're
pick?
just guys.
Like
learn.
sign in
Don't
here?
Talk to yourself. Like
No.
that. So let's go ahead and update the phone number.
Excuse me.
Take 2 seconds.
Go ahead and escape out of that, hit the escape button,
Now your current number.
hit the escape
Do I
button.
need the one? Yes.
Yeah.
Or is that, there you go. Okay, then go there. And then you want to choose
Just like that?
hit other networks. And you want to choose
Oh,
number
okay,
18.
cool. So then just back out and move on. Okay.
Okay,
The number is-
So-
and you can save the
So click
password.
click on your profile.
333.
Okay, so we're gonna add a cover photo.
Okay.
So do you have any photos in your phone that you think you like? And if not, I'll just teach you how to go get one.
182.
I don't know why, but everything comes down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could even be a beautiful background. It doesn't have to. We could put text on that.
Okay.
You know, dare it, dream it, be it, something, whatever you want to say. Ah, that's cool. Yeah,
That's a good
beautiful.
one.
Mm-hmm.
So go back to Facebook.
Mm-hmm. And then just click on that. And click on, you have a Samsung, so I just have to play with it a little bit.
Click on what?
Well, I'm trying to,
Absolutely.
why did it pick that picture? You want a new picture.
And so Jen, on yours in here where you had the little emojis, is that because you put it from your phone?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Getemoji.com.
Okay.
Free emojis. I don't know how to do that because I'm not a Samsung user. You should just be able to click on this and bring it up and then do that. So you might have to do it from your desktop. But you do have a picture, so that's. I thought that there was nothing there.
I need to create it.
I don't know why it's not giving you more options from your photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Add bio, is that what we're doing, or?
Edit bio.
Edit?
Yeah. Uh-huh. You on your Facebook?
Save it.
Yeah, I would just save it because now you do have a cover photo.
Now go ahead and
So you're.
hit cancel.
Oh wait, there's the button I want.
Oh, you don't have a
There we
bio,
go.
so yes.
So when you click on
Edit the
this,
details.
click on
maybe.
upload
That's what I said.
photo,
Okay.
and now it will show you the photos from your phone.
All right, hit cancel.
Good
And
idea.
add bio.
And then you can save that.
That's what you want, right there.
Yep, perfect.
So you can put,
So now
click to learn more.
let's see what edit bio looks like.
And then hit return. and then put the link to
Okay,
that
so
card. Do you
what
have
do
that?
you want someone else to know about you? Like, who do you
Here,
want
here,
to help
I'll do
in the
it.
future? You had a team, there are 100 women, families.
So it'll look like this. It'll say my digital.
What would
homepage,
that
and
look
Howard
like
Dan
for you?
created it, So that's what we're gonna put there. Let me get it
Like
for
looking to
you
help
from my
people.
phone.
Like helping 1,000 families look better, feel better, experience the world. Or helping, do you target anyone specifically? Okay, so helping families.
Helping people live the life they're meant to live.
I mean, it's got to be your words because you have to be the one to believe in it, but that's perfect.
So just put that there.
I am going to keep training Shar just because once I'm done
Absolutely.
with this, I'm
Absolutely.
not going anywhere. So we will
Yeah,
we
no,
will have time to
absolutely.
do this. So
Go for it.
okay, so if you were going to edit your bio, just click on edit bio right here, and you're going to edit it right in there. You can also use another app called Linktree. I just prefer Milkshake because I know how to use it, I guess. Okay, when you go down here to edit your details, this is the next step. So below bio, you're going to edit your details. I changed my profile to digital creator months ago when the Meta first started all that stuff. You do not have to, but I suggest if you're building a business, you do, because you get tools on your personal profile that you don't get otherwise. So then I have owner and CEO at Jennifer Abs, which I actually am going to turn that back on because I'm going to be building that out also. Audience will change from only me to public. So now that's public. You can add workplace here. That is a personal decision. I personally don't want to confuse my future team. I want them to just go and be able to click on the links that they need. So I do not have anything in that. I don't have my high school or any of that stuff in there. Not for any reason other than because I build a business here. So I just keep it pretty business friendly. But I probably should actually. Let me add my high school in here because I do like the idea of connecting with people that can search Centennial High School. So let's see if it's on here. Centennial. Yes, baby.
When you're done going out, I can show you the video.
Yeah, 51 characters left, so come here.
And I was there from 15. I think I graduated in June.
Let's connect.
18.
Question mark? There you go. Now say that. Take a little call to action. Yes. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So click there. Yeah, nope, no, click on yourself. So you can see. Send your recording, scroll down. Perfect. There you go.
Tell me a picture or anything, or is that my face, my picture?
No, your face is your picture.
That's what I thought, okay.
Yeah, no, that's what people will see, then they'll be prompted to connect with you.
Okay.
And you just have to watch that email, because that's where that goes.
So is this gonna be the picture that shows up instead of my face now?
No,
Both will show up. You have your profile and your background.
go back.
Okay.
All right, so here's where you would edit anything about you. If you want to add your college, I went ahead and added my high school in there. You can get crazy, but again, I don't recommend doing any of this because you don't want people to get confused. You want them to click on your links. So if you were to hit contact and basic info, my phone number is on there. I'm actually going to edit that right now too. No, I'm fine with that. It can stay. All right, so my phone number's on there. I have had people text me like, hey, I'm trying to get a hold of you on Facebook and you're not answering. I'm like, oh, well, you have my attention, you have my phone.
That's awesome.
Good for you. Yeah, I've had like 3 people recently. I'm like, oh shit, my personal phone number's on there. They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, well, I guess it's business, so I guess that's okay with me.
So under the websites and social links, how much do you recommend there? Have you gotten there yet?
Yep, so that's next.
Okay.
So I have Milkshake is my first link, and that is the one that has all of my links on it. Has links directly to the business. It also has links to all the groups. So that is where I want people to go to first. And then the next link that I have is clublife.genabs.
That would be our ultimate lifestyle girls.
Yep. This is my retail community.
Okay, where's this links?
Website and social links.
So,
I'll give you.
Yeah, well, when we're done training, we're going to slow it down and personally train you guys. And then I have a recovery specific link that gives testimonials and stuff about the recovery. And then I do build on TikTok and on YouTube, so my links are in there. But don't panic if you're not. That's okay. And then my basic is all blank because I choose to leave it blank.
Yep.
And that's it. And then you have privacy and legal information. So if I had a privacy policy link, which you don't need now, because that's why we leverage Secret. Secret has it. And then family and relationships, right? So I can add, I'm married. I can add my mom and my cousins and all that stuff, but I do not do that because, again, Facebook is my business. Details about me.
There we go. I love this. Facebook is my business.
Yeah, Facebook is my business.
Great reminder. Thank you.
So here's a little about me. Just says, you want to do it to you. If you're reading this, then you're curious about who I am. Welcome to my world. First and foremost, my greatest accomplishment are my 3 kids, family first. I got a pretty amazing hubby that we get to resign soon from his job because of what we're building together. I've been in the online business space since 2016. Finally learned the secret to success is to give it all away. Training, mentorship, systems, tools, strategies, you name it. If you know it, I'm sharing it with the world. Some will do something with it. Some won't do anything at all. My desire is if you are stuck somewhere in your business that you feel comfortable to reach out. I spent way too long struggling. I got you, boo. I got a fantastic community. You're more than welcome to join. Just shoot me a DM first. Deal? Any questions? Shoot me a message. So that's kind of like my little about me. Because again, I want to attract people who are struggling online. Those are my people. Or they're like, what are you doing? I'm struggling in life. And then life events. I don't have anything here either. Except for my high school. So that's my about you, right? So you don't need to get too overcomplicated with it. I made this in Canva. You can also make it too, or you will do a Canva training and I'll put it in the group. Canva's super, super simple, plug and play. You can be and this is direct, right? Yes, it's free.
Canva's awesome.
And Canva also has a money back through Secret. So that's cool, through your Secret portal. So this is what mine says now because that's what I'm focused on doing. All right. So any questions about Facebook or your profile? Because now I'm going to teach you how to find the people.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a search engine right here. Search Facebook. So I told you guys in the beginning, I would search for real estate investors, which they're going to be in real estate investors, right? So real estate, right? If you look, you're going to bring everything up. Real estate in Oregon and Washington, investors, entrepreneurs, groups, blah, blah, blah. So if I just clicked on real estate investing groups, right here you have posts, people, photos, videos, marketplace, pages, places, groups, right? So I'm going to join groups. And I'm going to join. I know John Burley, I went through this course. He's a guy that lives local here, right? He has 3.2 thousand members in his group. I'm pretty sure 10 of them want to join Secret. I'm not doing Secret. I'm just showing you guys. This is what I did, right? So Real Estate Investing Club. So what we're doing, I'll tell you what Jen's doing. So this is what Jen's doing. Jen's doing direct sales Arizona. These are where my struggling moms are. Right? They're broke. They don't know what they're doing. I shouldn't say that. That's not nice. I'm going to go find the ones who are struggling. I shouldn't say people are broke. Direct Sales Arizona, right? There's 450 members in that group. I'd be willing to bet 2 or 3 of them are struggling paying for daycare. But if I can show them how to get free daycare and training from a six-figure mentor, and all they have to do is be my customer, I'm going to do that. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Scottsdale, Arizona Business Networking, Arizona Small Business Buy and Sell, no restrictions, 953 members and 780 members. I want you guys to pay attention to the members and also how many posts in a day. Here's why. Right, Arizona Craigslist Valley-wide, 66,000 members, 10 plus posts a day. Your shit's getting lost, don't go in there. You want a group that's like 5 posts a day, 6 posts a day, less than 1,000 people. You can build community with that. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't go click on let's just do a little, let's see. Let me join this one. Right here, 1.7 thousand members, 4 posts a day. Make sure you answer the questions when you guys join a group. That's just nice.
Yes.
Drives me
Play
nuts.
well with
Play
others.
well with others, right? So what part of Arizona do you live in? Chandler, will you report any? Yes, I will. Right, vendor events promotion, Arizona bucket list, 53,000 members and 10 plus posts a day. 23 of my friends are already in that group. Now, I may join it because I like the idea of an Arizona bucket list. And if I did a post that said my bucket list was to retire my husband and I did it, I'm going to have a few women go, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
So we go into those groups to provide value. We don't go fishing out of them. Right?
Okay, so I like that. Fish or value?
This one right here. Oh, no MLM. It's a shame, you MLM, anti-MLMists.
I know, people don't understand. That's
They
why.
just don't understand.
It's one of those things, isn't it?
When someone says that, I say, what do you mean?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Exactly.
What do you mean? What's one of those things? Not sure.
Or someone makes money off you. You mean like your boss makes money off you?
Yeah, right? Yeah, right? She gets it. All right. So if I were, well, we won't go into that yet. Well, yeah, we will. Yeah, we will. If I were working and I were doing an income producing activity, I am going to send messages out. So again, if you put 100 people through the system, you're going to get 10 yeses. That we know based on science, law of averages, law of large numbers. If you ask 100 people something, 10 of them will say yes. So just knowing that, write 100 and start scratching off 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. You send them the same exact message.
Okay.
So here is an example, right? Direct sales, Arizona. Let's see what this is. Clearly selling CBD. Vendors wanted. Vendors wanted. Oh, look, Jen shared a live video in there. Oh, look, Jen shared. That's nice. People are letting me. What are you doing fishing out of my pond? So here's what you want to do. When you go into a group, you want to cultivate it first. So let me paint you a picture. If you walk into a party and you're just like, hey, everyone, what's going on? I'm here. Yeah, woo, come see my shit. I'm so cool. I mean, maybe if everyone was expecting you because you were the belle of the ball, but if you're walking into a party and you do that and you're taking attention off of people that were having one-on-one conversations, you're also kind of a jerk.
And you're arrogant, yeah.
You're arrogant, right? But if you walk into a party and you're like, hey, what's going on? Hey, how are you? Hey, I hope you're having a great day. And then you're like, hey, everyone, ding, 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 I have something to say. So when you go into a group, you want to do the same thing. So if I were cultivating, if I were cultivating this feed, then I would comment. You want to love it. So Facebook's algorithm actually has like a point distribution, right? So hearts get more points than thumbs up, which get more points or less points than angry face. So you love everything.
Correct.
Because Facebook will give you more points, right? You want to read their stuff because Facebook also knows based on your scroll how fast you can read.
Yep.
So if you're just scrolling and liking, Facebook's like, you're not actually providing any value to anybody because you're not even commenting on their stuff, right? So we want to make sure that we're taking the time to read. Again, we're giving before we take.
Giver's gain.
So if you're looking for a new side gig with no enrollment, free website, back office, no quotas, I've got the thing, Candle Diva, you know, I bet you will have amazing gift ideas for Christmas. Be sure to share, right? I would totally rather buy candles from a mom than the store. That doesn't mean I want to join her business. And I'm going to ask her. All right, apparently you can't spell Christmas. I'm going to say, oh gosh. Do you have a group / link? Right? Always ask a question because, of course, I'm going to try to enroll her into my business.
Right.
I don't know how much money she's making, but I'm also willing to buy a candle. And now she has to answer me back. I'm going to build a relationship with her.
Yeah, just start building relationships.
Mm-hmm. Here it is, the moment you've been waiting for, introducing the coolest concept on the market. Just as I've seen these. I've been seeing these everywhere. Great job. I don't know what it is. It's just the little yellow things that dissolve on your tongue. Focus, belly, mellow mood. I've been seeing them on TikTok. So let's see. She says, dissolve on your tongue, feel the calm take over your body. One simple concept. Y'all probably think I'm crazy, but do not sleep on this opportunity. The comp plan is insane. Back office is amazing. The products are incredible. What she's doing is she's selling you on why she likes the company, but she's not sharing any value with why someone would need this little thing right here.
Right.
Like instead it would be like, you know, if this were a sleep one, hypothetically, like having trouble sleeping, you know, whatever. It should be question engaging where someone can go, oh, I'd be interested. Because every person, even if they join a business, they start as a customer.
Yep.
So we don't recruit. We just find a bunch of customers that make the decision that maybe they want to sell it later. So she should be providing education on how simple it is to put that on your tongue, dissolves in sleep minutes, and you sleep like a baby, not the business and opportunity.
Provide information on the product.
Educate, entertain, empower. So this one would be an educational post. She's talking about why she likes it. No one gives a shit why you like it. Why would I like it? Why do I need to dissolve this on my tongue? What makes the comp plan insane? She didn't answer any of those questions. Comp plan insane. Most people can't even explain their comp plans. But I'll still talk to her. So caps lock's on. I've seen these around. How are you liking it? Right, I'm gonna ask her a question. Cute rooster home decor from Candle Diva Candles. This is the same Megan chick, right? So I'm just gonna like it. Or I'll even like say those are cute. And if she were providing a little more value, I would say like under $10 each, under $20 each, right? Because now I got to ask her, how much is it? Memorial Day. So this is obviously her group. Momentum. Have you ever wanted to experience to be a part of Momentum? I was a part of a company that hit Momentum. I was a distributor.
Wow.
Within 7 months, we went from 30,000 distributors to 120,000. Unfortunately, I didn't experience Momentum because I hadn't been doing the work or taking action. If you wished or hoped to be part of Momentum, talk to me. My company is on the brink. We have products that sell themselves. You don't have to be salesy or pushy. No monthly, no yearly website fees ever. Come be part of something amazing. Congratulations. I'm glad you found something. So I'm going to celebrate her. Congratulations. How exciting for your team? So what you're doing is you're giving value first. So you do this a few times and then you post your stuff. Okay, so now I would go in here and do some kind of post. So what I'm going to do, because I'm offering daycare, is like any local moms who need help with daycare. I am a... If I say 6-figure, is that...
You're right.
At some point, you have to boost yourself up. Like, why should we learn from you?
Yeah.
I am a low-income 6-figure earner who
Looking to help other moms just like me.
could use help with my kids. I would love to collaborate, share, and help each other. Right, Carl? Let's see. So any local moms, I need help with daycare. I'm a multiple income 6-figure earner who could use help with my kids. Like that's saying, hey, listen, I need help. Chandler area. I would love to collaborate, share, help each other. TIA friends. Right, and we'll just see. And even if they don't post publicly, some will send me a message and be like, I need help with my kids too. And I can't get my business off the ground. Perfect. So I'm going to do that. This is an income producing activity. I'm also going to copy it so I can do it in another group. So again, I'm looking for direct sales specifically in Arizona because I'm building local. Free advertising for direct sales. Why does she have two groups? One has 450, one has 134 with the same freaking background. Direct sales and recruiting, Phoenix, Arizona. 43 members. These ones didn't have any questions, so I can go in right now. Oh, look, salon business owners only. Well, no, I don't want to give you my email. I don't want your shit. All right, so let's cultivate it up. Let's see, that's from 2021. Newest activity is from 2021. So I'm going to wake the group up a little bit.
What do you mean, Jen, by waking up the group?
So if there's a group and no one's posted since 2021, no one is seeing shit in that group. But if I were to comment and like, then the people involved, like Cheryl Wolf, is going to get a notification. So here's what you want. You want other people's Facebook notification to go off with your name. That makes you, like Shar likes all my shit. Shar. I'm like, she's on Facebook, right? So she wants to go blow up someone who's a lead. Not that I don't want your support, but that person that sees Shar on all day long is like, man, this chick with the pink hair keeps coming up. Who is she? Then when they go to her Facebook, they're like, oh, she helps veteran moms. She does, right? They have an idea of who she is. So when you're cultivating a group, what you're really doing is making someone else's notification bell go off with your name.
And
And
that's
you-
where the create
and-
curiosity comes.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
they're like, who is
Yeah.
this chick? 100%. And what you're doing is you're leveraging an audience that's already raised their hand and said, hey, I'm in direct sales recruiting and whatever sales in Phoenix, right? So if I go to which we're going to do next, I'm going to invite 44 members to this next Sunday, right? Or I'm doing one tomorrow night out of my house with the idea of collaborating and sharing, but also with the backdoor of idea of, oh, you want my coaching? Yeah, it's going to cost you 50-50, right? I'm going to make sure that you got to be a customer on 50-50 and I'll coach you all day long.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's kind of
Win-win.
that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So if I do, so Susan Pierce, right? Her last one was July of 2021. So I'm going to heart it. Cheryl Wolf, Kristen Nicole so her dumbass put pure romance in her name. Silly goose.
Ha!
Get paid to wear active wear. Would you like to save on your health care? Right? So all of these people are getting a notification from me right now. Ding, ding, ding.
Yep.
Now, here's a pro tip. Go to members. This is a money-making activity.
This is a what activity?
Money-making activity.
IPA.
Income producing activity.
Yes.
Or IGA, income generating?
Or yep. Right. So Susan Pierce is the admin of it, and she is one of the one. Look at Trisha's in here. Silly guess. So I'm going to add Susan as a friend because I want my friends to be Arizona local people. If I'm building local to go global, then I want my girls to be local. So I want to friend request a minimum of 10 brand new women every single day. That's Jennifer's version of the networking event from my kitchen table with someone who raised their hand and said, yes, I'm in direct sales recruiting in Sales Phoenix.
And so those friends requests are what you do in your target
Yep.
area by searching on Facebook.
Yep.
Right?
So I'm going to send Susan Pierce a message. And then if I were at my kitchen table right now, I would be writing Susan Pierce's name down because I'm a business owner.
Oh, okay.
And Susan needs a vacation. Now I'm going to go to Candace Duncan and add her a friend request.
I just found 2 veteran business groups. Yes.
I'm going to go to Deanna Black. Now you don't want to do this crazy because Facebook will put you in jail.
Correct.
So don't do that.
You mean Metapause?
Yeah. Jamie, and see these ones right here, members with things in common.
Mhm.
So that means we've got something in common, usually a person or a group, right? So Jamie,
Albert.
thank you. And that's all. I don't need to write down the second one. So you hit see all. Right, so Kelsey, where's that? Yannick. Terry Scott is friends with Tracy Zimmerman and Brandy Pierce. Sorry, Terry Scott. All right, Leslie. I'm just going to do 10 for time purposes. Julie Harden. All right, now remember I copy and saved my post where I'm going to see if anyone needs help with daycare. So first I'm going to go back and do that post in the group. I cultivated it. I friended 10 of them. I did a post. Now, The next step in this part would be, I have their names, right? So if I were to go to one of the, I can create it wherever I want. So this part I would do from my phone. What's up, baby? So when I got started and Kevin said, okay, put 100 people through the system, I had a copy and paste message. Hi, my name is Jennifer. And we're a part of the Arizona real estate local, like we created a name, like I'm part of the Arizona networking, blah, blah, blah. And we like to surround ourselves with like-minded friends. We host events monthly. If you would like to participate, all I need is your email or phone number. And if not, no worries at all. Have an amazing day. And I would send that. So I took what Kevin told me and thought, well, I don't want 100 people a month. I want 100 people a week because I'm doing this full time. So how do I find 100 people a week, which I did on Facebook? Copy and paste that message and I'd send it to 10 people every few hours. So I didn't go to Facebook jail. One of 3 things is going to happen. They're going to answer back and say, that sounds great. Here's my email. Or they're going to ghost you, which is perfect. Or they're going to say, no, thank you. We don't care either way. Because we're only looking for the ones that want to come to our events.
Looking to us, looking
Right?
to us, yeah.
With moms coming up, we're going to have like stress-free holiday shopping, stress-free mud masks and
I
mimosas.
was
Like
gonna say, moms and emojis.
we will have something, and I'm going to teach you guys how to build events on Facebook. That's how I made all my money, is building events on Facebook.
Okay.
Because people want to gather house. People want to belong to community. They do not, they're over Zoom. Everyone's over Zoom.
Absolutely.
I'm over Zoom, right?
Me
And my
too.
kids are over me being on my phone. It's not, can't tell her to go like, yes, mom, put your phone down, right? So, okay, so that is how I find local business owners who I know are in direct sales recruiting. And I know that I have what they need. Now I just have to find their problem so that I can solve that pain. And that doesn't happen today, because this is just me knocking on the door, me meeting him at the park and say, hey, you want, like I use my kids as such a great example. They go to the park, they walk away with friends of every single person that's on the playground. So I just went to the playground and now I'm making some friends, but we're still going to meet tomorrow or in a week or in 2. And the idea is at some point something could happen, but we don't know because we're just here to build a relationship. That's how we build on social media. Okay, so that's groups. Any questions on that? Okay. So my advice is to join 3 to 5. And you want them to self-identify. Yes, I'm in direct sales and recruiting. Yes, I'm a mom. I'm in some groups called, so there's Women's Travel Group, Travel Women's Collective, Girls Love Travel, Flying High Travel Group, Girls Love Travel. I'm in all of these right here. There's 5 of them. Now, these are not for me. I mean, yeah, people will come out of them, but I'm in them sharing my selfie of us at the staycation doing like a review of the property.
Yeah.
I'm not in there saying who wants a free vacation. Right.
It's you posting on Facebook.
Entertaining.
Entertaining.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanna be
Maybe a little
friends.
education because property X this,
Right.
property Y that.
Exactly. And if you have a great experience, when people leave reviews, it's normally complaining. So
Yeah,
I would
usually
encourage you to leave a public review of places that you do stay at, because you'll find people that way. Especially when you do it on social media and you tag the hotel. Because that's Facebook is moving into that, which Instagram had already created. If you stay at the Disney resort and you have an incredible experience, then tag the Disney resort and share your incredible experience. Not all hotels are on Facebook. I've tried to do some with Sedona and they're not there, so then I just give the name. Okay, so that is building on Facebook. So again, your job is to put 100 people through the system a month. The system is inviting them and letting the system do the rest of the work. And most people fail to ask the question, are you ready to get started? We've brought in people through the system, and now we just need to say, what did you like best about what you saw? Are you ready to get started? All right, I'm going to pop in and see if there's any questions in the group, and then we will go move on to the next part.
Shanessa and I have been trying to keep up too.
You guys are awesome. If you see any questions, just let me know. There it is. Nope, there's not. See? Cha Marie Everett Morgan already responded. Okay, great example, right? So she did the post about momentum and I congratulated her. And now she messaged me back. It's so exciting. Thank you. Well, I'm a friender. Oh, we're already friends. Oh, look, she already sent me a message. Oh, look, it was March 9th. I didn't message her back. So I can listen to it now, or we can do it when we are off the training, but I would message her like, hey girl, what's going on? Oh my God, I'm so excited for your team and momentum. I'm going to make it all about her. I'm not going to tell her my team and she's going to see that on social media, right? Let your wall do the telling and selling. That's why we share stories from our wall. Stories that educate, stories that inspire, stories that entertain. Because if I'm having a conversation with Cha Marie and she's like, oh my God, I'm in the greatest momentum ever, and her company shuts down in 4 months, I'm going to make sure I'm at the top of her list in her mind.
Yeah.
So what should we have on our wall? I missed that, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So this is the whole educate, entertain, and empower.
Mm-hmm.
And you always want to think about the future. So my recommendation is you want to be telling your people how incredible your company is, your team is, your friends are, we call each other family, our family is. Don't say shit like no one supports you more than a stranger on Facebook, because you're making your family feel like shit when people say that. It's so disrespectful. And I've said it, so I'm talking to myself too. But you don't want to count those people out, because if your family's not supporting you, you haven't enrolled them into the idea of where you're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm buying a line from my mom's roommate under my mom, so that when we do this daycare thing that I'm going to implement here, why wouldn't I spend $50 and say, all I need you to do is get on 50-50 to support mom, and I'll give you customers that will pay for your 50-50.
Yep.
Because what are you doing for me? You're letting me use your home so that I can build up my family.
Right.
You guys,
Our family.
$50.
Right.
But people just don't think about it as like, do you know how much money I'm probably going to spend in secret in November and December? Why would I go shopping anywhere else for a woman? Why wouldn't I buy 20 bottles of body butter and give that away to a gift? Right?
Shop
from ourselves. We're
Yeah.
business owners.
And we're gonna take a picture right here in this environment.
Oh, yeah.
where we all be, because
Absolutely.
I already
Right.
have a post plan to shout out Sunday.
Right.
Shouting y'all out.
Right. And you guys want to, if you learned something today, then share that on social media.
Yes.
Because it's not, we can say it's about us and what we want, but here's what I tell people. If you want to get paid, go find 10 people who are in a worse situation than you. Because one, you're going to realize you don't have crap to complain about, because this mom's homeless. This person has this person has that. It's not about money. We can all go find money. Right? So go find 10 women that are in a worse situation than you and help them make 500. You're going to get diamond by default.
Say that again? That was good.
When you help 10 women make $500 a month, you become diamond by default.
What?
$100
Yeah. I don't know if that math is real, so don't quote me. Don't be like, Jen, you're lying, it's Royale. That could very well be true.
Well, those 10 women will
You
be
become
royale.
successful.
But if you help 4 get 4,
Yeah.
and here's what I want you guys to know.
You get close to.
Go get 4 and bring your 4 to me, and go get 4 more, and I will make sure your 4 know how to get 4 by doing these every single week. And you don't have to show up, because I'm going to help your 4 get their 4.
Because we're all
That's
working
leverage.
together.
To build Arizona.
Right, to build our
Yes.
boots on the ground. I promised Jesse I would. I did, Jesse. I just had to get platinum first.
Yeah.
I had to pay my bills first. That's a real thing.
Absolutely.
Plus, I had to show you guys how to do it, right? I can't tell you how to do it. Okay, so that is groups, so we know we should be posting a little bit, right? We have a clearer idea, and we'll leave here today and I'll give you guys like 10 post ideas, okay, for the next 10 days, at least for the next 5 days until we meet again.
How often a day should you post?
That's a personal decision. There are people that are like post once a day. So here's what happens. If you post at 9 and then at 10 and then at 11, they're competing with themselves.
Correct. 3
Right.
hours apiece apart.
I post when I'm inspired.
Me too, generally. I've figured out where
Yep.
when my audience is typically online, and that's when I've been trying to post most.
Yep. So here's what I will say, because there's a lot of logic in our business, and then there's emotion, which comes from faith. And I'm pretty sure God's got me. So I don't worry about the algorithm. I don't worry about Facebook. I don't worry about Zuckerberg. I went online on TikTok for an hour and talked about Facebook, and no one shut me down. That's where we have to understand that something is bigger than an algorithm.
Yep.
So while, yes, there are some parameters, you don't want to do a post and a post and a post because they will compete each other and no one will see all 3. But if you want to post at morning, at noon, at night, go for it. I used to post once a day. That's because I was teaching my audience how to get 300 likes a day. But if your 300 likes don't equal money in your bank account, it doesn't matter how many 300 likes a day. I could pull up a post right now.
I use my notes feature on my phone when I'm inspired, if I'm not on my computer, to craft something down for a post that I can clean up later, so that whatever I have posted has time to get engagement. And then I always have, like, my notes feature.
Look at this.
700 and some notes that are all content.
So this post right here, fun fact, I drink pickle juice. Give me a fun fact about you. Right, 504 likes. This was back in my engagement days, 490 comments. It's still, I will still get people that will comment on. In fact, I'll comment on it right now
Just to
and be like showing,
reawaken it.
yep. Showing the team
Awesome.
how powerful these posts can be to get paid online. Now, what I just did by saying, showing the team how powerful these posts to get paid online, is I just rang 419 bells.
Yeah.
Because they all commented. So now Jennifer Adams just came in their
I'm
notification.
gonna say Jennifer Adams commented on her own post.
And so did the comments. And so now they're like, well, your post about pickle juice, now you're helping people get paid online. So if there was like a stranger that saw this that just commented because it's pickle juice, but now they're in a better position because this is 2020. Now they're in a different financial position to be like, oh, wait, you teach people how to make money on Facebook?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? So your post is never about today. It's teaching people where you are today, understanding where you're going, and where do you know you're going with Secret? Like, where do you, I'm not giving up until I hit, doesn't have to be Crown Royale. I don't even know if I don't know if I want to hit Crown Royale, other than that would be cool. But honestly, Diamond pays my bills and some. I'll probably stay, well, my selfish Jennifer is like, I'm gonna stay Diamond and chill. But if my team is on fire to get Diamond and they're not, I'm not slowing down anytime soon because my team needs me to get them to Diamond.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
Yeah, I wanna
always
get as many
about
people to where
them.
they want to go. So
Right,
whatever that is.
But don't sacrifice your family for it.
Yeah.
Because then that's a real thing. That's its own real thing. Been there too. Got to enroll your family in what you're doing and why. And you have to enroll your family. This is another topic that we can talk about another day. But your husband and your kids need to know what's in it for them. Mom's building a business. They don't give a shit. What's in it for them? So my kids get super frustrated when I'm on the phone. Super frustrated when I'm on a Zoom. They don't understand. Especially when I'm like, mommy's working. They don't know what that means. But when I'm like, mommy's helping another mommy be able to stay home. And remember when I said that if you allow me to do this, we were going to go to Great Wolf Lodge. Oh, that's what's in it for me, not to disrupt mom. We're going to go to Great Wolf Lodge. Right? My
We're going
husband.
to Hawaii next year, aren't we, girl?
Well, hopefully in December. The mastermind in December. But anyway, so again, if you're platinum today, what is your platinum person saying to your team? We have to step into that. Not because, and it's not about imposter syndrome, which people suffer from. Well, I haven't had the results. You're not selling your results. You're selling Jen's results, Jesse's results, Muzaffar's results. You're sharing other people's story and then your point of view. I just love working with this woman. She just has our nutrition on freaking point. Like, Shar probably gets so annoyed. I'm like, I need this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. Right? But then she's like, oh, wait, you're going to do events and teach me how to do. Oh, okay. I'm giving back to her instead of just taking. Right? So you want to leverage someone that knows how to do it. Don't teach it.
That's why we have her here.
None of us need to know about this nutrition. Shar has it. None of us need to know about the nutrition. None of us really need to learn anything about Secret. And none of you need to learn how to do Facebook. You need to copy everything I do.
Yes.
And I don't say that with arrogance. I say that because it works.
Like you said earlier, don't reinvent the wheel.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
Collaboration. What expertise do we each bring to the team?
Right,
Leverage, win, fun.
right. So let's talk about events. Events work and people are excited to get out of their houses now more than ever, right? People like us that are looking to celebrate community.
Yep.
So let's get our pens out. Let's write some event ideas down and let's build some.
Well,
But-
moms and mimosas is one.
Moms and mimosas, totally.
Moms and mud.
I do moms and mud mess. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we have lots of mud. not just mess.
Moms and mud. Yeah, and how cute would that be if you're doing like a you have the selfie with you with the mud mask on,
Yes.
right?
We
Or
can
or
do-
holding it or whatever.
Yes. And what was fun, we could have a mud mask on, somebody holding a bag of body mud, the mud hand cream,
Uh-huh.
foot cream, and the mud hockey puck.
Right.
It's a day of mud.
Right.
Do you play with mud?
Well, there was a few more that I had though.
Um,
Margaritas, right? Mud masks and margaritas.
Yep. I had a bunch thought of one time too. One mask.
They're like, Jen, you're an alcoholic. No, I'm not. I don't go to meetings. So think about shopping. Moms get stressed out,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Sip and shop.
Sip and shop
Oh,
last year.
sip and
Sip
shop.
We want to do that again this year. Yes.
But I'm even thinking like with the mud masks and mimosas, but specifically targeting like, are you exhausted from shopping through the holidays? Because they don't know that they're going to shop when they get to the house. They're going to be pampered because I got 2 Pro boxes at home. Plus I had 3 people drop ship their stuff. So your job is to put people into this place or my living room or wherever we decide to host these at.
Yep.
Right? Fill up the living room. They're your customers. So we'll figure that out. And we got
Absolutely.
Steven's store. And I mean,
Absolutely.
there's literally no reason why we can't be partying 7 days a week,
Yes. Agreed.
right? We just have to
Especially as
all
we-
take responsibility for one party. That way it's not Shar and I building 6. Like, okay, Jen, I got November 9th. We'll provide the venue and I'll show up with the food and the stuff. You just have to put 20, 10, 5 people in a room and let us do what we do.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you don't even have the venue, we have the venue.
Yeah.
We have a salon. We have 2 CBD stores. We have this place. We have my mom's living room. I mean, that's 5 right there.
Yeah. And your mom's in Chandler.
My mom's in Chandler.
Perfect.
Yep.
Well, I mean, even though we do it right now at Steven's store, Wellness Wednesdays,
Wellness Wednesdays.
we can do that work.
Yep. And even like, I would like the idea of the team doing, like, if we met here Tuesdays and watched the training with Muzaffar together.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, all right, here's your post for tomorrow. Here's this, like,
Yeah.
right now
strategize
we
for the week, because
strategize for the
Tuesday's
week.
Beginning of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Tip Tuesdays,
Yep.
our training and tip Tuesdays.
And when with the idea that we invite the public to it. Bring a guest to learn how we're trained so well,
Yeah.
right? We're gonna outgrow this quick.
That's okay.
It's a good problem to have,
That's right. It's a place to start.
right? Okay, so let's create events. So we are going to click on.
Sandy loves Bud Mass and margaritas. Us too, Sandy.
Right. So we're gonna click on this menu right here. We're gonna click on the dots.
What did you click, I'm sorry?
This little, the dots right here,
Okay.
3, 6, 9. And we're gonna click on events.
Okay, so the square of dots is what you clicked on? And then
Yes.
the events, okay?
Yep.
Okay,
All right, so we're gonna create a new event.
okay.
Okay. Are you on your profile or where are you?
Let me go back here. So from the home screen, it'll be a little different on your phone, definitely. So from the home screen,
Those 3 lines maybe?
I think it's actually the plus sign. Go back one. Well, you can do it from there too. That's what's nice about Facebook. Yep, there you go. And then up here is your menu. So create new or plus. Can you put it so I can read it? The angle. There you go. Up here.
Yeah.
What's the plus do? There you go. So it's going to ask you if you want to do an in-person. Oh, let me do it again.
Okay, menu, yours is right here. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Events, so click on events. And then it'll come up and then we're gonna create a new event.
Yep. So we're going to create a new event and online or in person, right? You can do either one. So this one will be in person. So, Shar, are we going to do this next Sunday with people?
Yeah,
All right. So,
absolutely.
we're going to call it home-based business.
Are we each creating this in event with you, or are you gonna create it and share?
I would recommend if you guys like what we're doing today, then create your own, or one of you can create it, make the other one a co-host if you guys work together. And then that way there's one event, you guys can share it together. Like my mom and I will do an event for my son's birthday party and we're both the co-host.
Okay.
So you can totally leverage that too. But for learning purposes, I would suggest creating an event, whatever you want to call it. Yep.
Okay.
Or if you're already like, well, Jen, I know I want to create this, then we can do that now too.
Okay.
Totally up to you. Home-based business boot camp, right? Or yeah, I mean, right? This is sometimes you have to test it and tweak it. I'm not saying I know all the things. I'm just saying I know how the things work. So home-based business boot camp for stuck moms. I don't know. Home-based business introduction. Let's call it an introduction. All right.
Want to do 11?
Yep, if that works for you.
Yeah, that works great for me.
So
Start at
Sunday,
11 a.m. again?
yep, 11 a.m.
That's what 30 is?
Yep.
Yep. So public. You want it to be public.
Okay.
Description, join us as we show you step by step how you can build a home-based business from scratch. Because if we're inviting people new and they've never done it, then we're going to do it from scratch, right?
Yep.
Okay, category. I always do professional networking. You can click. I mean, there's one called parties. There's one called
That's so
shopping.
funny, mine is not showing up like yours.
That's really awesome.
Do you have an
Are you a creator account? It
I
could
don't
be
know,
the
Facebook just changed my account to something.
digital create. When I'm not streaming, I'll work one-on-one
Yeah,
with
no
you.
problem. I mean, I know how to create events.
So where are you
I'm
at now?
Curious.
So, right, once you do the date and time, public, and I just said, join us as we show you step by step how you can build a home-based business from scratch, and then category. So there's a lot like fitness and workouts, drinks, dance, crafts, comedy, social, healthy living and self-care. I always call mine professional networking.
Perfect.
And then you click on next. And then the location, So for the location, you can do this one of two ways, right? Because I don't like everyone knowing my home. So I will put Chandler, well,
I was gonna
for
say,
this
put the
one,
City, and then people can, when they
Uh-huh.
RSVP, they get the address card.
so I'm gonna put Scottsdale.
Yep, that's exactly what I put.
And then we'll do cover photo in a minute. Don't worry about that right now. For now, we can just use face.
What you use as your description?
I just said, hold on, let me,
Sorry, Jen.
no, you're good.
The description of the event.
So I'm just gonna use this for right now.
Home-based business, that one?
No,
No, that's.
the details.
So if I go back, let me go back. I just said, join us as we show you step by step how to build a home-based business from scratch.
Perfect.
But I will also, because I created and I texted it to you yesterday, so I can send this little type up for all of you guys.
Oh, yeah, I sent it to them, they have it too.
Okay, I'm gonna, I need to send it to, oh, you know what? I think I have it right here. Oh, no, I don't. I have it in my phone. So you want to use your notes or whatever you use in your phone for things that you're always going, like I did this all nice in here so that it's always there.
That's what I do too.
I'm not usually this organized, but
Ha!
the more money I start making, the more I realize I need to be more organized.
We have to keep recreating it.
Right. And that's one thing I struggle with.
Video information.
So let me send this to myself so I can copy and paste it. So all I did was send it to myself. So I have to open another Facebook screen so I don't have to leave that event. And then I'm just going to paste this. And I'll put it here. All right, so join us Sunday. And learn from Platinum Agent, top industry earner, how to use social media to build a local community. Everyone who wants a home-based business. This will be October 30th.
Yeah.
So what I do is text training to a phone number, and that way they'll get the address when they text me. That way Char's home isn't public.
I appreciate that. Thank
Of
you so
course. Build local, go global. Yeah. So next. And now I'm going to publish the event. We'll do a little Canva training.
I love Canva. Canva's my jam.
Yeah, I love Canva too, but I'm not good at it. Like these graphics Jason made, I did not make them.
Well, I'm really good at Canva. I've learned.
But I can, like I made this simple one right here, how to build a business on Facebook. And I can always share, well, see, and you don't want it to look crappy like that. That was bad. I didn't know it looked like that. But we can always share with you guys some templates so you don't have to spend time creating that, because that's not an income producing activity and that stuff you should leverage. In fact,
Yep.
I will put them inside the Good Life. So the Good Life is my training group for my team, but I also use it, or you could use it to invite people to be trained by me, but they are your leads. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I texted out, just so you guys know, that's gonna be our agent training group.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom Fighters will still be our personal team communication group, and the training groups, I'm partnering with Jen. in the Good Life. That's why.
Okay, so the Good Life. So Canva. So Canva backgrounds. So I'll make a few of those, and that way you guys can leverage those. Okay, so the event has been created. So let me go find it. Okay, so here's the event. So now you can go, so here's your 3 dots. We'll start here. So I can click on this and I can start inviting people. Just, you literally can select, this is who Facebook is suggesting I invite, which is 500 people. I'm not going to do that because they're not local and I don't even know where they are. But that, when you get started, yours may be local. But because I've been here for a long time, mine's more global. And I don't want to waste my invites or waste that energy. But that's how you invite people. If you need to edit anything, it's right there. If you want to share it, this is the link. So you can share that link inside of a group. You can share it to a feed. You can share it in Messenger. You can share it to a page. Like I will share this to Jennifer Abbs, your online business bestie. And just fix this part. Again, you always want to tell people why you're sharing something, because if you just share it with no information, you're not telling people why it's important. And people need to know, because they just need to be told what to do. All right, so share to feed, send in messenger. No, okay. So that's your little arrow. And then over here you can duplicate the event. So what I recommend for you guys, if we do this consistently, is you just have to duplicate it and change the date.
Yep.
And then you don't have to recreate it every single
And
time.
that little type up you put in the description or the details.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you'll just edit that. The other thing is, if we know we're doing, Tuesdays, we'll call it something, not training. And that will be something that we continue to duplicate every single week. And now people with consistency are going to be like, well, Amy does this every single Tuesday. And in 3 months, they're like, what are you doing?
Yep.
Because that's how it happens, as people are watching. And the ones who are watching and interested in what you're doing are not commenting and not liking. And that's who you're talking to.
Okay.
Yep. That's who you're paying. It's not the ones that are liking and commenting. Those are the ones that are like, I'm going to support you because you'll support me. It's the ones that are like, I'm going to wait and see if it's going to work. And then it's that one post, that one celebration, that one thing where that person's like, Amy, I've been watching you for the last 4 months. What are you doing?
It's kind of like people in the stories, the ones that don't comment, but they show who's watched it.
Uh-huh. And those are the ones who are watching, right? And those are the ones who get your attention. But we have to find them, and we find them by staying consistent with what we're doing, and events work. Now more than ever, I believe in events. Okay, so that's how you build a group. You can also go back into edit, and let's see next. So right on is it the second page? Event settings. So I missed this part. Event settings is where you add a co-host, right? So I could add Shar to this. I'll add someone from the team. Let's see who's local. Who is local that's building? Lee, thank you. And now she'll get a notification that says Jen invited you to be a co-host, and now she can share this out with her people, and she doesn't have to recreate anything.
Right,
Yep, so we can do that too.
so like Mary, you could create it and invite Amy.
Yeah,
You guys work.
yeah, leverage each other.
That's your lineage. So, right, leverage each other and then invite everybody from there. Because you can both invite guests and you can invite all your agents. So you can invite Forbes, you can invite any of your other agents around Facebook as well as your guests.
Yep. Okay, so without overwhelming you guys, everyone knows.
Too late.
I know.
Too late.
I know. Tomorrow they're going to be texting me like, where do I start? Do a post. We got an event created, right? So now we're going to do TikTok and Reels. Do you guys have TikTok? I don't do TikTok. No, we don't have to train on what we're not doing. Are you doing Facebook Reels, and do you have access to it?
I'm going to start, but I have not actually. I think I've done one reel.
Nope, that's okay. That's okay.
Yes.
We'll just do Reels. How about you? Okay, so let me see your phone. Well, log into Facebook.
We're not
So-
claiming that, Amy.
So Reels. All right, so let me reshare and see if I can get this to share with you guys.
Jen, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. I don't know if I'm going to be able to share this one. We might have to do a private Zoom for here. Milkshake is still open. Let me close everything out and see. Yeah, StreamYard. I don't know how to share screen mirroring. Okay, my friends, so if you're joining us on Facebook and you want some TikTok training, I'm going to open up a Zoom and I will put it inside The Good Life, and you can pop into the Zoom and we will continue this training, because I do want to share my screen and show you guys step by step, and I can't do that here. If you have questions, please ask them below. I will go back to this and make sure I've answered all of your questions. Please, please, please get into activity. This is not learning. This is me showing up for you in a public way, in a way that I can talk to all of you at the same time to help answer those questions. But it doesn't matter if I teach you if you don't implement what you've learned today. So I just want to encourage you guys to get uncomfortable. If you don't know what you're doing, perfect. Perfect. It's a perfect place to start, because you have me. Shoot me a message. I do see some people texting me, and I will get to all of those once I get these ladies into some action as well. So I will open up a Zoom. I will pop it right here. So don't go nowhere. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop sharing the broadcast. All right. See you guys later. Thanks for joining us live.
Woohoo!